If you fuck me, then fuck you. And that's the way I like it. Yeah, that's the way I like it.
Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a story time about the side chick who harassed me for months. Y'all, she harassed me so bad, right? Okay, so at this time I was like 14. This is before I was with all the shit, really. Like, I wasn't really with it. I was very quiet. I was very shy. Like, I had always been quiet and shy. I never bothered people. Still, even after I was with it, y'all, I still never bothered people. People bothered me, but I was with it, and so it wasn't a problem. You feel me? But at this time, I was real reserved. You know, I was just minding my business, basically, always, right? So this girl was messing with my boyfriend, right? Let's name the boy Big Head. And then let's name the girl Shay Shay, okay? So I'm going to tell y'all about how I found out that he was cheating on me with her, and then how everything unfolded, right? Okay, so like I said, I was 14. This boy lived with me at my mama's house. That's another story. We gonna get into that because, yeah, I know y'all thinking like, what? Your mama let your boyfriend live with you when you was 14? Yeah, y'all gonna be in my business, okay? Like, for real, for real. Okay, so how I first found out, right? Okay, so when I first found out, it was through this girl, which she ended up being my homegirl, but at this time, she was not. She was just from the same hood that we're from, basically. You know what I mean? But she was already hanging out in the projects, hanging out with everybody. At this point, y'all, I had not jumped off the porch yet, for real. Like, I wasn't with all the gang shit. I wasn't doing nothing, really. Like, I was in the house. About a year later, I was out of control. Yeah. Okay. So this girl who ended up being my homegirl later, and let's name her because she gonna be in a lot of story time. She ended up living with me for a while. She's gonna be in a lot of stories. So let's name her Bree, right? So one day Bree is at my house and she was being sneaky, right? Because she was messing with my boyfriend's best friend. They was always together. He was always at my house with him. So she was on some like, if you tell me something that Wooty Whoop is doing, I tell you something that I know that Big Head was doing, right? So I'm like, okay. And so we exchanged some information, and she was like, one day when we was in the projects at the homie house, Big Head and Shay Shay was in the room for a while, right? And I'm like, oh, okay. And then she was like, and then when they came out the room finally, we was like, what was y'all doing in there? And they said they wasn't doing nothing, they was just talking. Okay, so clearly they wasn't just talking, right? Because why would y'all need to be in a room while everybody else is in the living room? Y'all wasn't just talking. Noted, okay? So now I'm knowing this, right? But I don't say nothing because in another story time, I probably told y'all I used to be cheating too. And at this time, I had a little boo or whatever, right? I used to be cheating on that boy. So finally he cheated back, really. But I'm sure he had been cheated too. Like, let's be real, right? So I wasn't tripping. I didn't say nothing to him, right? But let's say like a month later, y'all, right? I start getting somebody playing on my phone. Calling, hanging up, right? And keep in mind, right? This is at a time everybody still had landlines. Everybody used house phones. So not only did my boyfriend live with me, my mom's boyfriend lived there, and he's from the same hood that we're from. And he's very, let's just say, popular. A lot of people call him. We'll just leave it at that. If y'all could read between the lines, y'all could read between the lines. So many people have this number, okay? A lot of people have this number. So I'm not thinking nothing when people keep playing on the phone. They not saying nothing, right? So one day, I pick up the phone, and finally this hoe say something. She started talking big shit, y'all. Like, big shit. Like, she effing my dude. All kind of stuff. Calling me out my name. All kind of stuff, y'all. And for me, what I'm thinking, and I'll never understand this, but these hoes be so strange and weird. You know that this is my boyfriend and that he lives with me, and y'all just start messing around. Why are you calling harassing me? What are you mad for? Shouldn't you be happy and excited? Like, why would you need to call and harass me, you weirdo? She's still very weird, by the way. Very much a weirdo. Most of the hoes that ever bothered me, yeah, but anyways, we'll just continue, right? So now I'm like, oh, okay. And let's keep this in mind, right? Because this is very, very important. This girl grew up in the projects. Her family grew up in the projects. The other girls, were they not related, but who all grew up in the projects, all these girls are hella close. So they deep, okay? I never lived in the projects. I lived close to the projects. I got an auntie that lived in the projects, a cousin that lived in the projects, and I would go over there sometimes when I was younger. But all these people grew up there. Shay had recently moved not too far from the projects, but she still used to be over there. You know, all her family still lived there. Keep that in mind. They deep. You hear me? And it's just me. A very shy, quiet girl. Okay? Who don't bother nobody. I'm going to keep saying that. Because all these stories where these hoes messed with me, it's crazy. It's just crazy. And I'm tiny, y'all. I probably was like 4'10", 4'11" at most. And like 100 pounds at the most. I could have been smaller than that, right? So she's playing on my phone, calling, cussing me out, talking crazy, calling, hanging up, all this, right? So I finally say something to him, like, tell her to stop playing on my phone. You clearly mess with her. And he would say he don't mess with her like that, whatever, right? Niggas lie, right? But I'm like, well, at least have her not play on my phone. This whole, she was deranged. She wouldn't have listened anyway. So, day after day, y'all. And I'm saying day after day, playing on my phone, talking crazy. Like, it was crazy. Oh, and I have never been the type of girl who know how to argue. Even when I was older and I used to be in the streets, just not an arguer. I don't know how to argue, go back and forth with a bitch. You know, like weird shit, call a bitch ugly when she not ugly. Like, I just don't know how to do that. So I just used to hang up, right? And she would call back and be like, you scary, you keep hanging up. But girl, what am I going to argue with you about? You're telling me you fucking my dude or whatever. That's cool. Like, what you want me to do about it? I'm not about to go back and forth with you, right? So this goes on for a while. You know, like she'll call once a week, a couple times a week. And what I realized later is she would call when she was with her peoples, right? Cool. So this goes on, me and him, we getting into it or whatever. But I'm also like getting tired of him at this point. Because I told y'all I had a different dude. And we used to be going through all kind of stuff. Like, I don't have time for this, right? So one day, wait, I gotta tell y'all about this. One time she called me and she was like, that's why he bought me Nelly concert tickets, and he's buying me shoes to go to the concert. I told him I didn't even need him to buy them, but he insisted. Whoopty whoopty whoop. Girl, whoop-de-doo. What do you want, a cookie? Great, right? Oh, and then oh my gosh, this girl, one day she called me and she like, yeah, I think I'm pregnant. He gonna have to take care of me forever. He's gonna have to be with me forever. Whoopty whoopty whoop. So clearly I would go back and be like, she's pregnant? You bought her Nelly concert tickets? So we used to get into it, and me and this boy used to fight. He was very much abusive. We used to, and I wouldn't fight him back, you know, but later on we used to get it in. So I would tell him the stuff that she was calling and saying. He would deny it, deny, right? So one day I'm chilling at the house and he was there, right? We was in the room, whatever. And then he left. As soon as he walked out the door, the phone rings. So I pick it up, not knowing who it is. And she's on the phone, right? She started talking shit, like she always do. But this time, before I can hang up, she was like, yeah, and that's why I carved my name in the door of his car. So I'm like, what? Yeah, I carved my name in the door of his car. So I'm thinking like, okay, this hoe got screws loose, right? So I hang up, right? And my stepdad was outside. So I go outside because remember, Big Head was just there. I go outside and I'm like, where Big Head at? And he was like, oh, he went down the street to the homie house, right? So I walk down the street to the homie house. And let's not talk about the homie right now. He gonna be in story times later, y'all. But he lived 2 houses down from me or whatever, right? So I walk down there. They are standing like in the homie's yard. They just chopping it up. And Big Head's car is right there. So I walk down and they both looking at me. I don't say nothing to them. I just go in the car, open the door, and look in the back seat, right? And this is like an old school car, y'all. I don't know if y'all know, but old school cars used to have ashtrays on the door handles, right? In the back seats. So this is what she was talking about. She carved it in the ashtray in the back seat, right? So I look, and this whole name is really carved in the ashtray in the back seat of this boy's car. So I see that, and I'm shook. Even though she said it, I still didn't think that it was really gonna be there. So I go off, like I'm hot at this point, right? So I go over to him and I'm screaming, and instead of, I don't know if he denied it or nothing, but he just started fighting me, basically. So we start fighting. I'm crying. This is so embarrassing. The homie just looking like, what the fuck? Like, so I'm crying, y'all. Crying so bad. Boo-hoo crying. I'm walking back up the street. Sad. Real sad. Like I lost my puppy, y'all. So I go up in the house or whatever. He leaves. He don't even come back in the house. Nothing. He tracks out, right? So, a mess. Y'all, I was 14. Little girls, I hope y'all don't even be having boyfriends. Because by the time you're older, you won't even like the same type of dudes. You gonna look back like, ew. So please, just don't. Skip it all. Okay? Skip it all. But anyways. Okay, so that day, right? That's what happened. Keep that in mind. So I'm hot, and this is like, I'm already kind of over him. So this was kind of like almost the last straw. I feel like we was together for like a little bit longer. And finally, I was like, I'm cool, right? So we break up. It's like, okay. Oh, and she used to call and be like, oh, he spent the night over here. Woody woo. So then I was telling him, go live with baby. Go. You can leave. You can leave. You feel me? So finally we break up. I put him out. He didn't used to listen to me when I used to tell him, you gotta go. So finally I told my mom, like, he gotta move out. So what can he do? My mama said he gotta leave. So my mama finally put him out, and we was done, right? So then I was with my other dude that I had been talking to on and off when I was with him anyway, right? So you would think I don't mess with him no more. Baby, you can have him. He's old news, right? This girl, one day, I want to say it's like, let's say it was a while, like 2 to 3 months after I broke up with him. He don't live with me no more. I'm not messing with him at all. I'm at the house chilling and the phone rings. It's this girl on the phone. And I'm thinking, Ho, is you cool? Why is you calling me? Oh, and I heard that he wasn't even messing with her no more, right? We know people in common. So clearly they not messing around no more, and I don't mess with him no more. So why are you calling me, you weirdo? I knew you was a weirdo. And she talking hella shit. So I hang up the phone because I don't argue. I don't even know how to argue. Right? So I'm not thinking nothing of it. She calls right back. She know I'ma hang up. So right away she like, you scary? If you ain't scary, come outside. And I'm thinking, girl, for what? Come outside for what? Like, what's the beef for real? Because you don't know me. And I've never done nothing to you. If anything, you the one who is dealing with my dude. So what is the beef? You feel me? But I'm thinking like, okay, Seville, this hoe has been harassing you for a while. Like, what's really the problem, right? So I'm like, okay, I'll come outside. Of course. So I'm standing right there at the door and I look through the field, y'all. When I tell you it was like 10 bitches walking through the field, I'm like, oh shit. Like, I already said I would come outside, right? So I'm like, damn. Oh, and at this time, my mom had broke her ankle. So she's all the way back in her room with a cast. She can't get up. She can't do nothing, right? And there's nobody else in the house that could help me. Like, what am I supposed to do, right? My stepdad, right? I run outside. What's so crazy is my stepdad and the big homie, they was getting in the car about to leave. So I run outside real quick. I'm like, hold on. Shay. And then walking up here, she told me to come outside. She want to fight me, whoopty whoop. And my stepdad like, what the fuck she want to fight you for? Y'all don't even fuck with the nigga no more, right? And I'm like, I don't know, but she coming, right? So he like, all right. So him and the big homie get out the car. It's just me, little old me, all by myself. But I know I'm cool because me and my stepdad and the big homie will. Yeah, I'm not tripping, right? So I walk out to the street. They all walk up deep, y'all. Deep. Like, y'all got together on this day. Y'all was bored and thought, oh, let's harass Seville. Why? Anyways, so they walk up. My stepdad like, y'all back up. You come on, right? We get it in, right? And she was bigger than me. And I'm gonna say at this time, I had only been in 3 fights. I was not like, I've never been a fighter. Like, don't get it twisted. I don't feel like I'm a fighter. I don't start fights, but I've had to fight a lot. For no reason. I don't do nothing to nobody, but I've had to fight. So I can, you find out you can fight when you constantly have to fight, right? So I'm not tripping. But at this time, I don't feel like I could like really fight at this time, right? Like in my head. But when you got to get out there, you do what you got to do. So we get out there. We fighting, they all yelling like, Shay, get her, with you. You know how people do. So we fighting or whatever. Nobody's getting nobody, really. It's a pretty even fight. Like, I'm not about to sit up here and cap. Like, it's pretty even. She's not whooping me, I'm not whooping her, but we getting it in, right? So at this point, we get on the ground and I'm about to roll on top of her. And they like, nah, get back up, get back up. So I'm not tripping. We get back up, get it in again, right? So this round, I get on her real good too. Because I started thinking like, ho, is you cool? You've been harassing me for all this time. And then you got the nerve to come up to my house with all these girls, like, what? And I've never done nothing to you? Yeah, I had to get on her that round. You feel me? On her. So that's exactly what happened, right? Second round, I won for sure. So that was that. Oh, and then my stepdad, he was like, okay, that's enough. Shit, I gotta go. Because remember, I told y'all he was literally about to drive off, and I stopped him. Like, hey, hold on. So he was like, okay, that's enough. Y'all bitches gotta go. So they leave, right? Cool. I'm thinking, okay, this hoe been wanting to fight me. She been wanting problems with me for all this time. So she finally got what she wanted. Cool. I'm not tripping. So I go back in the house. Remember, my mom in the back, she don't know nothing that's going on. I go to her room, tell her what happened. So let's say about 30 minutes later, y'all, my phone rings, right? And I answer it, of course. Why is it this whole Shay on my phone again? Talking about some, nah, I want to fight again. I hang up on her because my mom's in the back. She can't come out. My stepdad left. It's just me. And y'all hella deep. No, I'm not coming back outside. So what happened is what? They told you you got your ass whooped the second round and you feeling away, so you want to fight again. So she called me again and I'm telling her, nah, I'm not coming back outside. She like, oh, you scary. I'm like, girl, nobody's scared. Like, how do you figure that I'm scared after I just whooped your ass? Anyways, so I hang up after saying that, and that was that. She didn't call back, right? Oh, and keep this in mind. This started beef with other people for me. You know what I mean? Because no matter what, a couple of the people that came up to my house with her, I'm cool with. Still to this day, I'm cool with them. Them some solid bitches. You know, like the type of bitches that it don't matter what's going on, they still speak. Ain't nothing. But the rest of them is her people for real. You know what I mean? So for years, there's beef over some shit. The beef, y'all, that I've had with certain girls forever, just on some when I ain't did shit, is crazy. And it comes back up later. Because I got jumped later, y'all. Like, years later. When I was 16. Yeah, I'm going to have to tell y'all that story. Because, like, 10 bitches, I swear. Big bitches, too. Big. Tall, big. Yeah. I got to tell y'all the story when I got jumped. Yeah, but the whole point of this one is that the girl who harassed me and still wanted to fight me after I wasn't even messing with the dude no more, and she wasn't even messing with him no more. Weird hoe. And I ran into her years later, and yeah, it's just funny when you see people later and it's like, oh, you're still weird. You're not doing too well, are you? But anyways, God forgive me. I'm not trying to be nasty. I'm really not a nasty person. But it's like, when bitches be bothering you, you know, and you're so nice and sweet. Like, yeah. But yeah, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this story. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I'll see y'all next time.